Let's just begin by finding our sit bones and allowing our torso to be nice and long and tall, reaching up through the crown of the head. And just relax the legs, relax the face, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Relax your arms and your elbows and your forearms and your hands. And just taking a moment to connect with your breath, noticing how it feels as it passes in and out of the body. And begin following the entire pathway of your breath as you're feeling it move through the body. And then that subtle transition when the inhale becomes the exhale and releases back out of the body. And then let's begin by drinking the breath in intentionally, filling the lowest part of the back and all the way to the top of the lungs. Exhaling completely. And begin engaging the belly button in towards the spine. And if you'd like, you could also begin the Ujjayi breath or audible breath, allowing the breath to pass over the palate of the mouth, creating the audible sound. And taking this moment to remember to be gentle with yourself throughout the practice, honor your body, your limitations this day and this experience. Good. Let's softly open the eyes. We're going to inhale and lengthen through the back of the neck. As we exhale, let's tuck the chin towards the collarbone. Inhale through the center. Exhale, opening the throat. Inhaling through the center, exhaling, tuck the chin. Inhale through the center, exhale, open the throat. Inhale through the center, we'll exhale and drop one ear to the shoulder. You can reach through the opposite hand and wiggle the fingers if you like. And inhale, bring it back to the center. Exhale the other side, wiggle the fingers. Inhaling, coming back to the center. And then we're going to release the hands alongside the hips. So let's inhale and reach the arms up and over. As we exhale, we're going to pull one wrist with the opposite hand and look up towards the ceiling. Inhale through the center, open the heart. Exhale the other hand, pulling the wrist. Inhale through the center, once more on the first side. Center, once more on the other side. We're going to inhale and lengthen. As we exhale, we're just going to come into a gentle twist, even looking with your eyes, reaching with the eyes, looking behind you. Deep breath. Next inhale, we'll reach through the center again. Exhaling the other side. Good. We're going to inhale through the center. And then actually we're going to bring one leg behind us, keeping it bent. And then we're going to inhale and lengthen. As you exhale, come forward onto the elbows. And you can keep that back leg bent, just gently beginning to open the hips. So lengthening, and as you inhale, reaching through the crown of the head. As you exhale, softening, breathing a lot. Good. Let's inhale and come up. We'll bring that leg back. And then just switching sides, bringing the opposite leg back, keeping the knees bent, and then coming forward over that bent leg in front. Breathing, lengthening on the inhale, softening on the exhale, still following that pathway of the breath. One more deep breath. Let's inhale and come up. We're going to come onto all fours like we often do. We'll bring the hands directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips. And as we exhale, we'll press into the hands and the knees, arching through the back like a cat. Inhale, softening the pelvis, opening the heart, looking towards the ceiling. Using that strong Ujjayi breath, following the breath, engaging the bandhas on the exhale, so really lifting the pelvic floor, drawing the belly button in. We're going to pause in the center, walk the hands way over to one side of the mat. As you exhale, reach the hips towards the opposite heel, getting some stretch and length in the lateral side of the body. Nice deep breathing. As you inhale, you can even soften a little bit, really feeling through the hands. And as you exhale, really reach, creating space from the fingertips to the hips. Let's inhale and come up. We'll pass through the center, all the way to the other side. And then exhale and reach the hips towards that opposite heel. Breathing a lot. Notice how you feel. Softening a little bit as you really grip with the hands, and then exhale once more, pressing back with the hips. Let's inhale and come up back to the center. We'll curl the toes. Take a nice full breath in. As you exhale, lift the hips, coming to our first downward facing dog. Let's just warm up the legs nice and slowly. Walk the feet a little bit, bending the knees alternately. And if it feels comfortable, you can even lift the toes and kind of rock on the heels. If you want to experiment with the distance between the feet, you could widen the feet. And just thinking of opening up the legs, bending the knees alternately, starting to awaken. You can shake the head yes and no, release any tension out of the back of the neck. Good. On an inhale, we're going to look up towards the top of the mat and slowly make our way forward. Excuse me, and sneeze. And as we exhale, surrendering. I'm a mess this morning, I apologize. Tuck the tailbone under, stack the spine slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Whew. Made it. So let's soften in the knees and bring the feet hip width apart. We're just going to swing the arms, open the spine. Notice how you feel. Good. We're just going to bring the feet a little bit more than hip width apart, toes facing forward. Let's inhale and reach through the arms, and then we're going to exhale and we're going to give ourselves a hug and pull the shoulder blades apart a little bit. And then as we exhale, we're going to come forward and just allow the elbows to drop forward, trusting in the feet. Breathing in between the shoulder blades. Let's soften in the knees and tuck the tailbone under, stacking the spine, coming to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale and reaching through the arms. Exhale, give yourself a hug and pull the shoulder blades apart. We'll take an inhale, and then as we exhale, softening the other side. Nice deep breathing. And then slowly stacking the spine, one vertebrae at a time. And release. Good. So hopefully you're a little bit warmer. So we'll start the sun salutations nice and slow, and then we'll go a little quicker on the second one. So let's find Samastiti, equal standing pose, bringing the big toes together, the heels slightly apart. Feeling through the body, so serving through the feet, the ankles, engaging the legs, lengthening through the crown of the head. Let's roll the shoulders back and down and lift through the heart. Let's take 3 full breaths. more deep breath here. We'll inhale and reach, gathering the breath, looking at the thumbs. As we exhale, let's follow the fingertips forward into Uttanasana. Relax the back of the neck. Inhale, look up, long spine. Roll the thighs towards each other. Exhale, release the thighs as you step back through Chaturanga Dandasana. From Chaturanga, we're going to drop on the knees, the belly, and engage the legs, squeeze the legs together. Inhaling to upward facing dog, looking up towards the ceiling. Excuse me, cobra. Exhaling. If you wanted to go into downward dog, you could do that as well. And then exhaling into downward facing dog. So just keeping it at the very base, simple level this first time around. Nice strong breathing. Really actively planting your hands, pressing into the index finger and thumb as you roll the shoulders away from the ears. Really engaging the bandhas. Noticing how it feels. One more strong breath. Warming up the inhale. Conscious of the exhale. Let's inhale and make our way to the top of the mat. We'll exhale and fold into Uttanasana. Inhaling, pressing the floor away as you come all the way up. Gathering the breath. Exhaling. Samastiti. Good. So we'll do it a little bit quicker. If you need to go quicker or slower, feel free to do that. And if you want to jump or make it more challenging or add an extra push-up, you could do that as well. Let's inhale and gather the breath. Exhale, surrender forward. Inhale, look up, long spine. Exhale, jump or step back through yoga push-up. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Draw the belly in to lift your hips, downward facing dog, strong, full breathing. Ujjayi breath. Warming up the breath. Creating space between the ribs. One more deep breath. The next inhale, looking up towards the top of the mat, jump, step, or walk forward. Exhale and fold, release. Inhaling all the way up, gathering the breath. Exhaling. Samastiti, good. And once more, inhale, gather the breath. Exhale, surrender, draw the belly in. Inhale, look up, long spine. Exhale, jump or step back, Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows stay nice and close. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Draw that belly in, exhaling, downward facing dog. Feeling the breath starting to really warm up. Drawing the belly in on the exhale. 2 more breaths. Next inhale, looking up towards the top of the mat. Jump, step, or walk forward. Exhale and fold, release. Inhaling all the way up, gathering the breath. Exhaling. Samastiti. Good. And we're just going to do one of the second sun salutation. We're going to start in Utkatasana, sinking nice and low. Squeeze the thighs together. Arms come up and over, pausing here, take a full breath in. And a complete exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale, straightening the legs. As you exhale, soften forward, release. Inhale, look up, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands as you step back through yoga push-up. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left foot is going to turn. We're going to draw that right foot forward into a deep lunge. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, surrender. Left hand under the shoulder. Right hand replaces the foot. Upward dog on the inhale. Draw that belly in, exhaling. We're going to turn that right foot in an angle and draw the left foot forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale down, the right hand under the shoulder, left hand replaces the foot. Upward dog on the inhale. Draw the belly in, exhaling. Really paying attention to the inhale now. Engaging those bandhas on the exhale. 2 more breaths. Your next breath, looking up towards the top of the mat, jump, step, or walk forward. Exhale and fold. I'm going to bend the knees a lot, squeeze the thighs. Inhaling up, Utkatasana. Next inhale, we'll straighten the legs, release the arms, good. As we often start, we'll bring the feet hip width apart so the edges of the feet are parallel to each other. Exhale the hands to the waist. We're gonna inhale and open the chest, lean back. Exhale, draw the belly in to come forward, grabbing the big toes with the first 2 fingers and thumb. Nice deep breathing. Releasing the crown of the head towards the floor, wrists facing each other, elbows reaching in opposite directions. Notice how you feel, really paying attention to the inner arch of the feet and that line. Imagine you're breathing into the line from the arch of the foot up through the inner legs. And on an inhale, let's straighten the arms, looking forward. We'll exhale back into the same posture, or if you'd like, you can move into Padahastasana, bringing the palms of the hands underneath the soles of the feet. And surrender forward. Deep breathing. And on an inhale, let's look forward. Exhale, release the hands back to the waist. Inhale the rest of the way up. Opening the chest, lean back. Exhale, look forward. Good. So let's come to the top of the mat. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to step our feet nice and wide. I'll try and mirror you. So we're going to turn the right foot out, left foot comes slightly in. So if you drew a line from that heel of the front foot, it would hit the middle of the back foot. We'll keep the hips open, shoulders open as we inhale, lengthen. Deep breath, exhale over that front right leg. Nice deep breathing. Lengthening through the crown of the head on the inhale, really engaging the legs. So you're gently lifting in the kneecaps, but not locking the legs. Nice sturdy foundation. Looking up towards the hand or down towards the feet, whatever feels best on the neck today. Let's soften in the knee. Inhaling, coming up, we're going to pivot on the heels. Other foot turns out, back foot slightly in. As we exhale, coming down over the other side. Trikonasana. Notice what it feels like to really relax that lower shoulder, should be your left shoulder, and really reach through the right hand. Nice deep breathing. One more deep breath. Let's soften in the knee as we inhale. Come all the way up. We're going to exhale the hands to the waist, and we're going to turn the toes out so the feet are parallel to each other. Let's inhale and lean back. Exhale, come forward, and we're going to bring the hands directly underneath the shoulders. And if you need to widen the feet, allow yourself to do that. We'll slide one hand towards the midline as we inhale, the other hand up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, replace the hand on the floor. So just really revolving around the spine, slowly opening the spine before we go into a reverse triangle. So following your breath. Notice how it feels. Once more on each side. And then let's slowly walk the hands back and just surrender forward for one breath. If you want, you can even grab onto the elbows. Breathe a lot. You're gonna soften in the knees. Slowly stack the spine one vertebrae at a time. Good. And then we're going to step to the top of the mat and take one full breath, serving quickly through the body. We're going to inhale and step the feet wide again. And I'll mirror you. So you're going to turn that right foot out. And then make it so you'll have to turn that back foot in as well. So you could square your hips over that front right foot. You're going to take your right hand and bring it to the sacrum, and the opposite hand comes up nice and long, inhaling, lengthen. And then as you exhale, come down, bringing that left hand to the inside of that foot. As we soften the knee, we're going to inhale, and then as we exhale, we're going to look up towards that reaching elbow. So moving through the postures a couple times. And then if you want, you can pause and come into that full reversed triangle, breathing a lot. And let's exhale and release both hands alongside that front foot. And we're going to really reach that front hip back and the opposite hip forward, creating that scissoring effect. Lifting the pelvic floor. Soften in the knee. Inhaling, coming all the way up. Pivoting on the heels. Squaring the hips over that front right leg, left leg now, and bringing the left hand to the sacral area. Inhaling, reaching through the fingertips. And then as you exhale, come down, bringing the hand to the inside of that foot. We're going to soften in the knee on the inhale. As we exhale, reach, twisting, reaching at the elbow. And now soft. Exhale, twist. Then if you want, you come into the full posture, really reaching the front hip back, left hip forward. Nice full deep breaths. We're going to release the hand on either side of that front foot. And again, really working that hips. So it should be that left hip is reaching back, right hip reaching forward as you draw the pelvic floor up. And soften in the front knee. As you inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. We're going to just stay here and keep the feet nice and wide and go into the Parsrita Padottanasana series. So allowing your feet to be parallel to each other, bringing the hands to the waist, exhaling here completely. And then inhale, draw the breath in, lean back. Exhale, bring the belly button in to fold you forward. We're going to release the hands to the floor and the crown of the head. And you might need to adjust your feet once you get down. Just really feeling what's happening in the body. And releasing forward as much as it feels safe and comfortable. If it begins to feel comfortable, to begin to shift the weight towards the base of the toes. As you really engage the legs, then go ahead and do that as well. Nice deep breathing. Noticing how you feel. Get a whole new perspective on where you need to dust when you're in this posture. As you inhale, we're going to reach through the crown of the head. As you exhale, release the hands back to the waist. Inhale, lean back, open the chest. Exhale, look forward. Let's inhale and reach through the arms. We're going to exhale, interlacing the hands behind us. Inhale, pull the chest open. And this might be enough staying here. If it is, as you exhale, if you want to bring the hands up and over, allow yourself to do that. Nice deep breaths, not forcing anything, just breathing into the shoulders. Inhale, let's come halfway up and forward. Exhale here. Inhale the rest of the way up. Lean back. Exhale, look forward. Good. And release the hands. We're going to step to the top of the mat. Take a nice full breath here, serving quickly through the body. Good. We're going to warm up a little bit more with the sun salutation. Let's sink nice and low. Squeeze the thighs together. Inhale the arms up, pausing here in Utkatasana. Hips reaching, heart opening. Let's inhale and straighten the legs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, long spine. Exhale, step back. Keep your abdomen engaged as you move through Chaturanga, yoga push-up. Inhaling, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to turn the left foot at an angle, draw the right foot forward, coming all the way up. Inhaling. Exhaling, left hand under the shoulder, right hand replaces the foot. Upward dog or cobra, inhaling. Exhaling. Right foot turns, left foot draws forward, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, surrender all the way back to the floor. Upward dog or cobra, inhaling. Deep breathing. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Notice how you feel. And on an inhale, we're going to look up towards the top of the mat, jump, step, or walk forward, bending the knees a lot. Exhaling. Inhaling, coming up. Pausing here. Good. Let's inhale and come back to standing. And we're going to go into Vrksasana or tree pose. So finding your weight on one foot, and you could bring the other foot to the ankle or all the way up to the inner thigh. Whatever feels best, just breathing a lot. It helps to find a spot on the floor to lock your eyes. Notice how you feel. And release. We'll shift the weight to the other side and really looking about a couple inches, a couple feet really from in front of you, and find that spot to look. Lock your eyes and you can bring a foot to the ankle or the inner thigh, deep breathing. Notice how you feel. And if you even want to reach the arms up like branches, you can do that as well. Nice deep breath wherever you are. And on the exhale, and release. All right, so we're going to do the sun salutation and then we're going to pause in warrior one. Okay, so we'll do Surya Namaskar B, the second one, nice, sinking nice and low into chair pose, pausing here. Let's inhale and come up. As you exhale, dive forward. Inhale, look up, long spine. Exhale, jump or step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Left foot's gonna turn, right foot steps forward first into that deep lunge, sinking nice and low. Allow the thigh to be parallel to the floor. Inhaling the arms up into warrior one. With each exhale, you sink low. With each inhale, you open the heart. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Good, we're gonna open the hips and come into warrior two. Reaching through the arms. Keeping that knee in the same direction as the toes. Lengthening through the spine on the inhale. Really paying attention to the bandhas. Let's drop the elbow to the knee or all the way to the floor as you reach the opposite hand up and over, steadying the line from the heel of the foot through the fingertips. You could look up towards that extended hand as if you're reaching for something, the highest version of yourself, something beautiful. A plane ticket anywhere. Deep breathing. Good. Let's inhale and come up. And then we're going to drop that back hand to the thigh, reaching in the opposite corner of the room with the fingertips. Coming into reverse warrior. And then as we inhale, we're going to cartwheel the hands all the way back down. Left hand comes under the shoulder. Right hand replaces the foot as you move through yoga push-up. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. We're going to turn the right foot at an angle. Step that left foot forward now into that deep lunge. Bring all the way up into warrior one on the other side. Nice deep breathing. Sinking low on the exhale, opening the heart on the inhale. Let's open it into warrior two. You might need to adjust your feet a little bit. Try to make it accessible and comfortable. Sinking into the hips on the exhale and lifting through the crown of the head on the inhale. Reaching, creating space through the shoulder blades. Let's drop the elbow to the knee, the opposite hand up and over. Reaching, lengthening from the fingertips all the way to the edge of that foot. Opening the ribs towards the ceiling. Let's inhale and come all the way up. We'll drop the hand to the back thigh and reach the opposite fingertips towards the corner of the room. Reverse warrior. One more breath. We're going to cartwheel the hands all the way down, right hand under the shoulder. Left hand replaces the foot as we move through yoga push-up. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, and we're going to reach the right leg way up towards the ceiling. Let's roll the ankle a couple times. 2 or 3 times, and then in the other direction as well, 2 or 3 times. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, let's draw that knee in towards the chest and drop it to the mat. And we're going to sink nice and low in the hips. Coming into pigeon pose. So sinking into the hips, we're going to open the chest. And as you exhale, come down, either onto the elbows or all the way down. Breathing a lot. Notice how you feel wherever you are. Sustain that strong Ujjayi breath. Nice and slowly inhaling and coming up, actively spreading through the palms of the hands. We're going to curl the back toes, take a full breath in, and as you exhale, lift the hips, making your way back into downward facing dog for a full inhale and a full exhale. And we're going to lift the left leg up towards the ceiling, roll the ankle a couple times in both directions. Take a nice full inhale, and as you exhale, draw the knee in towards the belly and drop it to the floor, coming into pigeon in the other side, sinking nice and low, opening the chest, inhaling, and as you exhale, soften forward as much as it feels good and accessible and available. Adjust where you can. Breathe into those boundaries. Each breath softens the boundaries, releases the resistance. Slowing down the mind. Good. Let's inhale and come up. We're going to open the chest, look back, look up. And then exhaling, release. We're going to just sink into the hips and swing the legs forward, coming into Dandasana, or staff pose. So we're going to find the sit bones reaching through the crown of the head, resting the hands alongside the hips and reaching through the soles of the feet. Lengthening through the torso. Inhaling, and then as we exhale, let's just gently tuck the chin towards the collarbone. Breathing a lot. So when we tuck the chin like this, it's called Jalandhara Bandha, which is a throat lock. So when we engage the lower bandhas and we engage the throat lock, then we're creating this heat, this cleansing, healing fire in the center of our body. Breathing a lot. Let's inhale and reach through the fingertips, lengthening the sides of the body. Exhaling, folding forward. And you could grab the big toes with the first two fingers and thumb, wrists facing each other. With each inhale, you reach through the crown of the head. And with each exhale, you soften forward. Adhanushasana, nice, strong, deep breathing. Using that breath to be the medicine into the posture. One more deep breath. Let's inhale and come up. We're going to bring the fingertips behind us, fingertips facing the hips about 6 inches behind us, rolling the chest open, and you can keep the legs straight if you want and lift the hips up towards the ceiling, or you could bend the knees, feet hip width apart, and breathe into the front of the body. Deep breathing. And release. Good. We're going to do it a little bit different today. We're going to just bring the soles of the feet together from here, and we're just going to gently work those inner thigh muscles a little bit. Just release from the knee down to the inner thigh. And we'll find the sit bones. Reaching the knees in opposite directions, lengthening through the crown of the head. Breathe a lot. Notice how you feel. If you feel inspired and it feels safe to come forward, reaching the chin up over the toes. Allow yourself to do that. Nice deep breathing. Inhaling, coming up. We're going to open the feet as if we're reading a book and we can't see the words. So we're going to release the forehead towards the soles of the feet. Breathe a lot. Let's inhale and come up. We're gonna rest on the hands, and we're just gonna drop one knee down towards the midline of the body, and then inhale it up, exhale the other side. So just finding that length on the lateral side of the leg. Just noticing how it feels. I feel like I'm scooting my hips forward unintentionally a little bit. And after you've done that a couple times, then we're gonna come up. And then we're gonna take that right leg first and open the hip a little bit more. If you need to rock it or in any way, create some more circles so you could get into the posture as comfortably as possible. And we're gonna bring the sole of that foot to the opposite inner thigh, reaching through the front foot. As you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold into Janusirsasana. Nice deep breathing. We'll inhale, reach through the crown of the head and soften on the exhale. Really trying to enjoy the space that you're in. You're in the posture, using your breath to create softness and the resistance. Let's inhale and come up. We're going to bring the sole of the foot to the floor. And we're going to go into the posture a little bit differently. So we're going to come forward first. I often do the twist first. But we're going to bring that front shoulder. So it should be the right foot up, right shoulder forward. And then if you want, you could work on binding and reaching around. And you don't have to do that, but you can if you want. Still reaching through the front foot and breathe a lot. Notice how you feel. You can look at the tip of your nose or directly to the floor in front of you. Good. Let's inhale and come up, and then we're gonna wrap around, coming to a twist, really squeezing that leg in towards the torso and have that back hand close to the trunk of the body as you reach through the sole of the front foot. So breathing into the twist. Noticing how you feel. One more deep breath. Good, let's inhale and come forward. We're gonna cross that leg over that front thigh and then hug that knee in towards the opposite armpit. And this might be enough if you don't wanna come into a full twist. Just really feeling that length on the lateral side, that IT band stretched. And we'll inhale and reach through the crown of the head as we exhale, soften into the twist. One more nice deep breath. Good, let's inhale and look forward. We're gonna bring the top of the foot to the floor and roll the calf muscle out. Find the sit bones. Reaching through the crown of the head, lengthening. And then as you exhale, come down. Reaching on the inhale, exhale, engaging the abdomen to come forward into this really cool named pose. Triangle Mukha Kapala Paschimottanasana. Nice deep breathing. Once you memorize it, you have to say it every time. Nice full deep breaths. Really feeling the center of gravity in your body as you're actively pressing into the hips in this posture. One more strong breath. Good, let's inhale and come up. We're just gonna rest on the hands and gently press into the hips, releasing the hips forward. And release. Engage the abdomen a lot. You could have the calves parallel, or you could straighten the legs. Nice deep breathing. 2 more deep breaths. And let's inhale and reach through the crown of the head. And notice, did you notice the difference in your legs? Curiously. So we're going to bring that other leg up. Should be the left leg now. We're going to open the hip. And bring the sole of that foot to the inner thigh. Reaching through the front foot. Let's inhale up. Exhale, fold forward into Janu Sirsasana. Nice deep breathing. Drawing the belly in on the exhale. Reaching through the crown of the head on the inhale. One more, nice full breath here. Good, let's inhale and come up. And we'll bring the sole of the foot to the floor, about a hand's width of space between that foot and the thigh. And then we're gonna bring that shoulder forward. So you could have a hand on either side and just lift up out of the hips. If you want, you could really tuck it into the armpit and reach around, but not forcing anything. This is also a good time to use a yoga strap or any modification of that. Nice deep breathing. Looking at the tip of the nose or towards the floor. One more, nice deep breath here. Let's inhale and come up. We're gonna wrap that knee with the opposite arm and make our way into a twist, still reaching through the sole of that front foot. And again, it helps to have the hands close to the trunk of the body. As you inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, surrender into the twist. Nice deep breaths. Noticing. One more full breath. Inhale and release. We're going to cross that foot over that opposite thigh and then hug the knee in towards the armpit. And again, this might be enough. Staying here if it is. If you'd like, you can twist again, still breathing a lot, bringing the body out. Let's inhale and look forward. We're going to unwrap, bringing the top of the foot to the floor, and you can grab the calf muscle and roll it out, finding the sit bones, reaching through the crown of the head, lengthening up, and exhale, fold forward as much as it feels good. Nice deep breathing. Again, you can have your hands on either side, really trying to evenly press the hips into the floor. Breathing a lot. Notice how it feels. Remember, your breath is the greatest tool you have. Good. Let's inhale and come up, and we're just going to rest on the hands and press into the hips a little bit, opening that front hip attachment. And release. Okay. So let's find the sit bones, engage the abdomen a lot. Notice how you feel, nice deep breathing. 2 more deep breaths. And then we're going to bring the hands behind the head and slowly come onto the abdomen. Really reaching through the feet. Engage the abdomen, supporting the back of the head with interlaced hands. And we're going to exhale and we're going to look at that right foot as it comes a couple inches from the floor. Inhaling it up. Exhale the other side. Inhaling it up. Good. Once more on each side. And release. We'll hug the knees in towards the chest. Just roll. Roll the knees softly in one direction. And then gently in the other direction. Then we're going to hug the left knee in. We'll release the right knee out to the side and do nice broad circles, about 2 or 3 times in one direction, and 2 or 3 times in the other. And then let's switch sides. Release that left knee out, nice broad circles. Couple times in one direction, then surrendering in the other direction. Hug the knees in towards the chest. I just have to check the time. I've been so off on time. I just want to make sure. So we're going to bring both knees in towards the chest and then release them to one side and lift the head and look over the opposite shoulder. So coming into that familiar supported twist. And really just breathing into the space between your ribs, releasing the hips towards the soles of the feet. Noticing how you feel, relaxing what you can. Breathing a lot. Let's inhale the knees through the center one at a time, and then we'll exhale and release them to the other side. And then lift the head and look over the opposite shoulder. Nice strong breathing. Again, surrendering what you can. Feeling the contact you have with the floor. Surrendering into that space. One more strong breath. Good, let's inhale the knees back to the center. We're going to release the left foot to the floor. The right foot's going to come up towards the ceiling. Really reaching through that foot as if you're trying to press the sole of the foot and make an imprint on the ceiling. So breathing a lot, breathing into the line from the heel of the foot all the way down the back of the leg to the attachment. Strong breath. And then we're going to release that ankle over the opposite knee. And then hug the thigh or all the way around the shin, whatever feels best for your body and appropriate. Breathe a lot. And rock a little bit. You can be playful. You can wiggle the fingers and the toes. Good. And then release. We'll bring the sole of that foot to the floor and then bring the opposite foot up towards the ceiling, the left foot, actively pressing into the sole of that foot, reaching. Breathe a lot. Again, studying the line from the heel all the way down the attachment, the back of the leg. Noticing. Roll the ankle if that feels appropriate for you, whatever you want to do. Make it your practice. And then when you're ready, we're going to cross the ankle over the opposite knee and then hug the thigh or all the way around the shin. Breathing a lot. Noticing. And release. And then we're going to just hug the knees again in towards the chest. Take a couple nice deep breaths. We're going to release the soles of the feet to the floor, and then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and just drop the knees apart. And just allowing gravity, you can rest the hands on the abdomen. Just allow gravity to assist your knees, releasing the inner thighs. Breathing a lot. One more deep breath. Good. We're going to inhale. We're going to draw the knees together, bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. And then we're just going to gently rock the hips. So we're going to actively press as if we had a tail. We're going to reach the tail down into the earth and take a nice full soft belly breath. And then we're going to press the low back. So as if we had a tail, now we would be reaching it up towards the ceiling and just tucking. Take a nice full breath here. Good. Once more in each direction, down to the earth. Deep breath. Tail to the sky. Good. We're going to inhale and we're going to reach the arms up overhead. And then we're just going to roll and come all the way to our bellies. We're going to rest our forehead on the stacked hands underneath. Actively feeling the belly in the floor. And just taking a couple nice deep breaths and notice how that feels to really actively press the belly into the floor as you're inhaling. Feeling it release as you engage the pelvic floor and lift in the belly button. Calming the nervous system. We're going to reach the arms straight out in front of us. And we're going to actively press both legs out. So imagine that you're reaching the fingertips away from the toes. And we're going to inhale and come up. Take a full breath. Exhale, come down. And then we're going to release the hands alongside us. Turn the head to the side and just take a nice full breath. We're going to inhale and slide those arms forward again. And you could do one at a time if you'd like, or if you want, you could reach the fingertips and the toes up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath. And then come down. Then we're going to release the arms alongside and turn the head to the other side and take a nice full relaxing breath. Inhaling the chin back to the center. So this time, if you want, you could work on grabbing around. Oops, I'm going to destroy the mic here. Grabbing around the outside of the ankles. And then as you inhale, we're going to press into the feet and open the chest. Or just do the same thing. If this is not accessible, do the same thing that we just did. Nice deep breathing. And then release. And turning the head and resting. And we're going to do that one more time. Grabbing around the lateral side. Pressing up towards the ceiling as if somebody's pulling you up. Breathe a lot. And then release. Turning the head to the other side and take a nice rejuvenating breath. Good. We're going to slide the hands directly underneath the shoulders and come up and lift the hips back towards the heels of the feet. And then we're going to come into a full child's pose. So releasing the arms alongside the legs. Breathing as if you're drinking your breath from the crown of the head to the base of the spine. Good. Feeling coming up. And then we're just going to make our way into relaxation on the back. So if you want to have your legs up on the wall, you could do that. You want to just come onto the floor. And then we're going to engage everything. Squeeze the face, lift up off the floor, take a full breath. And then release. And I think it helps also to lift the shoulders up off the floor and kind of tap them onto the floor, palms towards the ceiling. And just relaxing what you can, no longer trying to control anything. Releasing the breath, releasing control, and just surrender. Allow yourself to settle, feeling yourself settle into the floor, feeling the air around your body, that very subtle experience, that gentle space just around your skin, where you can still sense yourself, but it has a different quality. Begin to allow your forehead to soften and feeling your scalp become soft and supple and relaxed. Feeling that subtle experience around your nostrils, the coolness on the inhale and the warmth as you exhale. Gently swallowing and releasing any tension out of your throat. Feeling your eyes softening in the sockets, your cheeks smooth and soft and relaxed. Feeling your ears soft alongside your head. Feeling your throat is nice and long and relaxed. Let's imagine that there's a healing energy or water, and it's going to come in through the crown of the head, and it's going to pass over the skull, releasing any tension in the muscles alongside the head, muscles in the face, reaching all the way to the base of the neck. And it's begin washing each vertebrae, each bone of the spine as it cleanses and heals each vertebrae down the neck to the very base where it attaches into the collarbone, feeling deep into the bones, a sense of healing and openness, and feeling that healing energy or water as it travels and moves in to the shoulders, deep into the joints, as it cleanses and nourishes, sinking into the bones, releasing tension in the upper arms, all of the muscles beginning to melt and soften, surrender and release. Feeling that healing energy and water moving down into the elbows, softening, surrendering, releasing, deep into the forearms, the bones settling, the muscles soft and supple, surrendered and relaxed. Feeling into the wrists, all of the tiny bones of the wrists, soft and supple. Feeling into the palms of the hands and the fingers and fingertips, soft, surrendered, and relaxed. Imagine, if you'd like, that there's a stream of water, healing energy coming in through each palm of your hands as it travels through the wrists, cleansing again, through the forearms and elbows, deep into the upper arms, deep into the shoulders. And imagine that it's just washing that heart space, releasing any stories or sadness or injustice in your life as it cleanses the heart. Feeling it move down the spine, one vertebrae at a time, releasing and cleansing, healing the lungs of all the grief throughout your life, feeling deep into the rib cage, all of those little muscles in between the ribs, surrendered and relaxed, healed and open. Feeling that healing, cleansing light or water reach into the internal organs as it travels down the spine, into the middle of the back, and to the lower back, as it cleanses all of the organs, healing, rejuvenating, nourishing, replenishing. Feeling it sink into the hips, softening and surrendering, releasing and relaxing. Feeling the bones of the upper legs settled. Feeling deep into the bones and all of the muscles soft, surrendered, supple and relaxed. Feeling deep into the knees, cleansed and healed. Into the lower legs, the shins, the calves, soft and supple. Feeling all of the tiny bones being cleansed in the ankle, the top of the feet, the toes and the soles of the feet, soft and supple, surrendered and relaxed. If you'd like, you can imagine the wave of an ocean, or just that cleansing water or light sweeping over your entire body, and take a moment to allow it to take anything that doesn't serve you anymore, just release and let it go. And take a moment for your mind to rest, not trying to control anything, or plan anything, or do anything. Just being, watching your thoughts arise, and letting them go. And if your mind begins to become too active, bringing your awareness around the small space, around the nostrils, slightly cool on the inhale and warm as you exhale. And of course, you can stay here as long as you'd like. You don't even have to get up if you don't want to. But we're just going to wiggle the toes and the fingers whenever you're ready. Then roll to one side and take a breath or two. And making your way to a comfortable seated position, nice and slow, whatever that looks like for you today. So just reaching through the crown of the head, we're just going to lengthen through the torso and tuck the chin towards the collarbone, and we're going to take 3 full breaths. Let's release the sinuses a little bit. So we're just going to press into the crease of the nose, where the nose meets the face. Just press directly back, take a nice full breath. And then if you want, you could tap kind of along the ridge of your cheekbones a couple times. And then we're going to find the bridge of the nose where it meets the forehead. And there's just that lovely little nook. And you can kind of tuck your thumbs in and take a full breath here. And then we'll just tap around the forehead, the bridge of the forehead. Okay. Let's rub the hands together, create some heat. We'll put the right hand to the heart, the left to the abdomen. Taking a couple nice deep breaths, having a moment of gratitude, giving thanks for this day. And while you're at it, you may as well like, share, and subscribe, pretty please. Thank you so much.